Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we're going to be looking at the hero, who I've been calling Erdrick for ages, but it's more than just Erdrick in it. It's 11 and stuff. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I've got a few opinions about him. Oh, indeed, them, I suppose, because there's multiple of them. But anyway, as you can see, I'm already playing the game, so why don't we just dive into things. I'm going to go into classic mode, do some training just to show off just very, very briefly just how the hero works and stuff like that, as well as some of the craziest stuff like critical hits that I'll get onto later. So the main gimmick, I suppose, for Hero, I mean, he's a sword fighter. He's a bit of a slow one. Slow and I would say semi-heavy, but yeah, I've played a decent amount with him, but I really have not played that much. I really like his forward aerial, actually. It's got a huge arc on it. Reminds me of, like, Marth's. Do I mean Marth's? I might mean Roy's. But anyway, regardless. So his forward aerial. His aerials in general are actually really solid. I like his back aerial as well, if you can pull it off. His up aerial's rubbish, though. As you can see, he just uses his foot, and it does almost nothing. I mean, it can be quite useful if you can get a couple of combos on it. But anyway, the main gimmick with the hero is if you press down B, you've got this little thing down in the corner here, and this is a random selection of moves that he can use. And there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. I like this one. You literally, kamikaze, you literally destroy yourself, but do a ridiculous amount of damage and knockback. In fact, I don't know how much damage it does. I'm gonna have to... No, I don't want to do that. There we go. That gives you an idea of how long it can sometimes be to find the one you want, which, again, I'll get onto later. Is this brushing up against the microphone? It is not. I think I've been here for over a minute now. Ah, there it is, at long last. Okay, right. So now this is going to be interesting to see what kind of damage it does to Rob, because I don't know. I don't know. Go quickly use it, Jesus. There we go. 60 damage. But it kills you in the process. I wonder if it breaks a shield. So yeah, you got all these moves that you can choose from, and they all use, and that killed him in one hit. Yeah, there's this one move that can kill in one hit, but it's random, and that's kind of a running theme with the hero. And again, but yeah, the chances of it. Actually, I've been really curious to know. I didn't mean to do that. I've been really curious to know what. Whoa, Hatchet Man's good. Although there's a big wind-up again. And you have to be quite close. But enough of this gay banter. Let's take it online and do it properly rather than sitting here doing it in training mode like some sort of amateur. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I am massive and very, very well practiced on sword fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, you only have to look at my mains. I mean, we've got, what, Ridley? Ridley is got a sword on the end of his tail. We've got King DDD with his hammer. And I mean, what is a hammer if not a large, fat, blunt sword? And we've got Isabelle, who... Isabelle's got a sword as well. And it shows! Not only have I recently just been knocked out of Elite Smash with King Dedede, but also, my GSP with the hero is over 3 million. And that is a big number, so it must be good. Yeah, this could be entertaining, and I imagine we'll be going up against quite a few other heroes online, and I'm going to be chatting a lot, so my performance is probably going to be pretty naff, to be honest. But we'll see. Maybe I'll surprise myself. I mean, I probably won't, but stranger things have happened. We'll see, won't we? Who are we going up against? Oh, we're going up against the snake. And there is something wonderful that I love about... Gotta go fast! There's something that I love about... Get out of here, you idiot. Reasonable timings. I need to talk more. This isn't going well. Oh, it's not going too bad. Yeah, there's sort of, as I said earlier, there's kind of a running theme of randomness when it comes to the hero, which I like the idea of, but in some places it really falls down. Oh. Damn it. But one of the things I really like about every single time there's a new character, there's this strange... Online becomes this strangely new beast. Because you've not only got loads, and I mean loads of people playing as this new character, which is great fun. But, I didn't charge long enough. But also you've got all these people that don't really know how to fight against this new character, which is also phenomenal. And so it's kind of like this sort of Wild West of ideas and people playing and not really knowing what's fully going on. And it kind of reminds me of Smash when I was growing up, just because, again, not everyone knows what's going on realistically. And don't get me wrong, I love Smash to death, Smash Ultimate, when it comes to online and people, you know, knowing exactly what they're going to do. But when there's that sort of sense of uncertainty and people are kind of running around a little bit like headless chickens in certain instances, it's just kind of wonderful. And that was actually an instance where... Nadgers. Ooh. And I mean, even, you know, sort of, even without his... Even without all the randomness and the down B and stuff like that, I think the hero is still a really decent sword fighter. But the down B does make things rather interesting because you got MP to think about and stuff like that. Ooh. What am I going to do here? And... Yes! It actually worked! Oh, lordy. I've learned to not... Oh, that was a slash. I'm not paying attention. Not to ever trust a hero that's standing still, because they've probably got something funky going on. I could have used Kamikaze then. That could have been beautiful. Although it wouldn't probably... No, it wouldn't have killed him. But it would have got a good 60% damage. I really like his side B as well. That's... Ooh! That's actually really quite well timed, because that's one thing about the hero I really don't like. If I can burp for a little bit and then get back to talking. His smash attacks can be randomly critical hits. And when I say randomly, I mean there's no rhyme or reason to it. As far as I know, there's no different hitbox or anything like that. It is purely just sometimes it'll be a critical hit, just like an RPG, which is really cool and really representative of, you know, Dragon Quest as a whole, I imagine, and RPGs just generally. But, oh dear, that didn't go well, did it? But at the same time, it's too unpredictable. It's unreliable. Sometimes you'll, you know, when you're fighting the hero or fighting as the hero, you'll just do a smash attack and it'll be a critical hit. I always say good fight. I just think it's polite, like saying GG. And then all of a sudden it'll be a critical hit and it's unpredictable and you can't account for it in any way. I just don't care for it. I really don't. So I'm hoping, I mean, maybe if it just did a little bit more extra damage or something, even just a piecemeal amount, and it's kind of like, oh, that was a critical hit, that was really cool, but the knockback was identical and everything like that, I could get along with it, absolutely. But the fact that it can do some really, really killer knockback as well, I don't know, it just feels almost kind of cheap, because it's not like Hero's smash attacks are weak at all in the slightest either. And I think it's... I'm not good at fighting Bowser at the best of times. Bowser, Palutena, for some reason these characters just... I can't do well with. Oh, that was pretty good though. As was that. Now I'm gonna see... Oh, let's try Thwack. Damn. Oh, I was facing the wrong way. It would be, I'd be actually really interested to see if anyone who starts using Hero is their main, maybe even changes up the control so the C-stick is registered to C down, so that you have, well, the C-stick is registered to B down, so that you have a little bit more flexibility in that sense. It may never happen, but it would be interesting to see. If it did happen, it would be very, very cool, I think. Thanks, Bowser. Very cool. This is what I was talking about. People not really knowing how to counter the hero. And there's always some principles that will always carry over no matter who you're fighting. But then there will be little things where you're expecting this sword fighter to behave like, there's another critical hit, and I don't think I earned that kill. You know? Maybe I'm just an old stick in the mud. Maybe, you know, it makes perfect sense to a lot of people. But to me, I just can't help but feel that it's like tripping. Do you know what? It feels like tripping to me in a Brawl, and that's not a good thing. It's really not a good... I really didn't care for tripping in the slightest. And I know I'm far from the only one who feels that way. Let's see. No. I have found, actually, it can be weirdly useful to just try random. Just press down B and then... Oh, no. Just press down B and then B again immediately and see what you get if you're on a high percent, because if you're on a low percent, it could be a waste. You could use Kamikaze, you could use any number of things. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. I'm quite pleased with how I played them. Bowser's a big target. I don't know, maybe sword fighters, you know, are inherently better against big targets. I know I have difficulty online with them when I play Ridley. Oh, come on, Slam, and welcome to the jam. I've got a big sword and I'm 3 million up. Although that's not impressive, that's about actually average. Boy, it's my boy Ridley. In fact, I'm going to be recording a video shortly after this that looks at Ridley, because Ridley's been buffed. Like, pretty majorly, actually. Oh, I've got to keep an eye on my MP. But then again, I know how to counter my boy. Although he did nearly grab me off the edge. I will be really interested to see how people who play as Hero end up choosing. Will they use down B at all? Will they use it only in select instances like this? Or will they try and use it all the time? Because there's things like Psych Up that are really good. Oh dear, that was a bad. Now I've specifically not played Ridley since he got buffed, which I know was only a few hours ago at the time of recording. But even so, I want to do a video about him because he is my main now, I would say. I still love King Dedede to death. Anyone who's a long-time fan will know that I play a lot of King Dedede. And I still think I am better with King Dedede, but I think I like playing Ridley more just because of his different style. And that's another critical hit! And I'm pretty sure that's a dead Ridley. I didn't earn that kill! That was a crit. I really don't like the critical hits. I mean, I didn't like them before, but now actually using it online, I like them even less. I really don't like them. I think they... There is obviously an element to the fact that Hero is currently a new character, and so he's always going to be seen as overpowered because loads of people... Well, everyone doesn't really know how to counteract him. Counter him in the way that I was saying earlier. You know, things like people don't know how best to try and defend against him, and the best thing to do, I think, is probably going to be to try and force him. Oh, Hero versus Hero. It's about bloody time, actually. Gotta go fast. I'll say hello. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. MP. You've got to try and get him to drain his MP using things like... well, in fact, the thing that I haven't even used yet is Standard B, which can do, like... Oh. 39% damage. And that I just think is... I think it's too much for a projectile as well. And the only thing is it does use a lot of MP. And when the Hero has lost a lot of MP... he can't even recover properly. And that can be easily shielded if you actually shield it, unlike me. But also, it can kill, I've noticed, at really very low percentages. And I don't know... again, it's probably just the fact that Hero's new and you know, everything seems... Whoa! Slow down there, Sunshine. Yeah, you see there. I was a little bit late to reacting to saying it, but yeah. That hero just... the enemy hero just ran out of MP, essentially. Oh, now I wasted all my MP. So you have to be very, very careful when you've got no MP as hero. He becomes very, very vulnerable. And doesn't take much to interrupt his recovery and just make it so that he just can't get back. But at the same time, it's really easy to get MP back, so... I don't know, it doesn't feel... It's MP, I think you need a little bit more of it. But again, this is still so early. I mean, people were saying, like, ridiculous... Like that, I basically... Let's give me some zoom. Oh, I mixed that up with accelerate. I love zoom. I love the little sound it makes, the animation and everything. The sound is just so... just retro, I imagine it's a sound straight from Dragon Quest, or sort of like a revitalized version of it, but essentially the same sound. Again, as I can't remember whether I mentioned, I've never actually played a Dragon Quest game, but actually playing as the hero, it's making me more inclined to give it a shot. I'm not big on the art style, I'll be brutally honest. And I know for many people that'd be sacrilege. I couldn't tell you why I don't care for it. I just don't. And it's the same with Dragon Ball Z. I know it's Z, I know it's Dragon Ball Z, but I just like saying Z because it annoys people. Oh no! Oh, it's gonna go to sudden death. Hey! I didn't know what I was doing. I just pressed the B button and hoped for the best. And it seemed to work. But yeah, I would say overall Hero's a cool character, but I do think after the community's got their hands on him, he's going to end up getting a nerf. Probably not that quickly, but he's going to end up getting a nerf. But again, I could be completely wrong. He may end up getting a buff. He may be rubbish in certain instances. I really don't know. It's too early to tell. But even so, yeah, I mean, critical hits, I would be so happy if that just got completely ditched. Because no, critical hits are bad. Man, I hate them. They're bad, man. I'm a bad man. I'm not a bad man. But yeah, that's the hero. That's it's just a quick look at him, you know, sort of a few opinions and stuff like that. See him in game. It's, you know, it's the hot topic. Why not? Now I've got to play as Ridley. Which I've really been looking forward to, because he's been buffed, baby. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you sizzle or something? That's probably not a spell. Why don't you crackle that subscribe button? I'm a cool dude, aren't I? Yes, up and down with the hippity kids. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.